Hello everyone, my name is Dream. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is staying at home and being safe. As you know, the lockdown is going on and there is really nothing much to do nowadays. So I thought it would be a great idea to get back to work as I have all the time in the world. So I found this picture on Pinterest a day or a week ago and I really want to recreate it. And luckily, super luckily, I found a bag full of fabric in my house. So without wasting any time, let's begin. Things you will need. Take a polo neck t-shirt, fold it in half and start tracing it. Mark the sides and the shoulder, armhole and the neckline too. Now for the sleeves, take a newspaper or the same tracing paper if you have an extra. Fold it in half, draw out a normal sleeves pattern and cut it out. Draw a middle line first and then rest of the lines. Make sure there is a little distance on the top part like so from each line compared to the bottom line. I didn't took a perfect measurement, I just draw it randomly. Cut out the lines till the top but don't cut it out completely. Let the top be attached to each other like so. Spread out the cutout on the tracing paper equally and tape it down. Filling the lines by tracing it carefully. Remove the tapes and draw the remaining lines. Cut out the pattern. Now for the cuff, measure your waist and give yourself enough room. Draw it down and cut it. Once you have all your cutouts ready, trace it on your fabric. I extended my sleeves on fabric because I didn't have enough room on my tracing paper. Cut out everything properly. You will have two front, two sleeves and two cuff. Now for the back, take your front cutout. Measure and mark 2 inches from the shoulder, then measure the remaining part and continue the same measurement till the bottom and draw a straight line. We are going to reduce this part as we are going to keep the back open. First I decided to reduce just a little bit from the bottom, but then I realized I had to reduce more. Instead of cutting this, just fold and tape it down so you can reuse it later whenever you need it. Trace it on a fabric and cut it out. Lastly, for the tie-ups, fold it and mark 4 inches all the way. Draw a straight line and cut it. You will need 2 of these, one for each side. Close on the open part and on one end, draw a curve like so. And close it too. Turn it inside out and save it for later. I am using the same fabric as my lining fabric. For the front, attach the bottom by facing right sides together. Close down this part of the back as well. After placing everything, I realized I had to top stitch all the sides because the fabric was moving way too much and it was very hard to handle. Place everything together facing right sides again. While placing the band, make sure you sandwich it between the front and the back pieces. Pin down the sides, shoulder seams and close it with a straight stitch. Place the band straight, pin it and attach it with a top stitch. Now, here is when I realized I had made a mistake. I actually traced out the original collar from the t-shirt and I completely forgot that it needed to be a bit bigger as it's going to be overlapping each other and would need extra inches in the end. So here is when I created completely new one. Pin one side of the collar facing right sides of the top by finding a midpoint and close it down. Fold a half inch and fold it completely. Hide all the raw edges inside and secure it with a top stitch. The remaining we will do it in the end. Moving on to the sleeves. Take your cuff and stitch down the sides. Flip it out and secure it with a top stitch. Run a long hand stitch on the bottom part of the sleeves and carefully gather it without breaking the thread. Iron half inch inside, but do it very carefully because I almost burned my fabric. Tuck in and sandwich the sleeves between the layers of the cuff and top stitch it. Do it for the other sleeves as well. Close down your sleeves facing right sides together. Knot the cuff. Turn it right side out and match the seams facing the fabric right sides together. Pin the sleeve so it would be easy to stitch and attach. Moving back to the collar, fold it wrong side twice and top stitch it. Do it for the other side as well. Lastly, hand stitch some hook and eye on the collar and the cuff, and you're done.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the transformation, and if you do, please don't forget to like, share it with your friends, and also subscribe to my channel for lots more DIY fashion transformation. Now I know there were some mistakes here and there, but I love the end result, how it turned out. Yet I feel that there is something which needs to get fixed, like the cuffs. They are very loose. It need to be a little tight, so it can also help the sleeves to get more poofier. That's all. I also created some stuff from the leftover fabric and it turned out so pretty, I had to share it with you. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and until next time, stay home, be safe and dream. Bye.